Southview is Here he goes. Johnny Wilson, Southview, George Daniel. Game of the day, 5 o'clock sharp. 70 years ago, forefathers brought forth a new nation. Can you hear me now?
Test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I got you.
Test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, what'd you guys say? Who's white, who's blue?
Southview is white. General Johnny Wilson is blue.
Southview white, thank you. Do you know any of these kids' names, or are you just guessing?
I'm just guessing.
You actually know a little bit about him, right, Tom?
I know a little bit about him,
So it's 5, 6.
and I sure don't know. Yeah.
No, I'm just asking you. I'll just guess with you. If you knew, I was going to defer to you. This is 7th and 8th.
7th combined, yes. I got grades on. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, Joe. You have any idea who Southview's coach is? We've got.
Yes, I got all the names, and I got some of that stuff.
Who's Southview's coaches?
Nathan Newman is the head coach.
Nathan Newman, thank you.
General Johnny.
I got it on.
Brian Pagon. They have it on there? Okay.
Ready? Welcome to junior high football on WLCS TV 20. Ron Polinsky along with Tom Bauer, as we have Southview Middle School in white, and in the blue uniforms is General Johnny Wilson. This is a combination of 7th and 8th graders, although we don't have the time on the clock right now, so I don't know if this is, they're just running a couple of practice plays.
No, I think this is the real thing. They start at the 35, typical junior high, no kickoffs.
No down.
Yeah, they lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. The reason I was wondering is you've got coaches out on the field. It doesn't, to me, this doesn't look like.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a scrimmage. Yeah. Yeah. I think that was a second missed snap. And Johnny Wilson picked up a fumble. Penalty flag on the field.
For the head coach for Southview is Nathan Newman. The coaches for the General Johnny Wilson team are Brian Pagan and Scott Sherwood.
And now Sherwood and Pagon have been around a long time. You can see the consistency on this Johnny Wilson team. You'll notice when they get onto offense. Whereas Nathan is a long-time coach. He used to coach at Clearview years and years ago and since moved back. So he's an experienced coach, but first year at Southview.
So they leave second down, it's second and 13. Maybe they're just keeping the time on the field. So anyway, it's General Johnny Wilson defensively, and the handoff that time goes to Ezra Williams, an 8th grader. And Ezra Williams runs it over the right side. Quarterback for the Southview team is Emery Wilson. And it will be 3rd and about 8 from their own 38-yard line as we try to get things figured out here.
That's an old-time formation you see that Southview's running double tight with a double wing.
And I haven't seen the Lorain varsity, so I don't know if this is what I haven't seen Lorain football at all.
I have.
Any level.
There's spread, no backs, every play.
So it's not this. And then maybe they're having them run what they do in high school. Handoff, we have whistles blow before the play. That'll blow that dead. They had
an encroachment in there? Yeah, I think you'll see when Johnny Wilson gets the ball, they're going to be a mirror of the varsity.
Okay. Again, I haven't seen them, so I'll have to count on you for that, Tom. Third and 12 from their own 33. And line up tight, as Tom mentioned. And we're going to see our first pass attempt of the game. But running and then being brought down behind the scrimmage is Emery Wilson as J.L. Diaz brings him down.
Brought him down hard. Now, I don't know the punting situation. This is, typical junior high. You never know how they're going to punt. Sometimes it just move the ball 35 yards. Sometimes you actually have to punt.
4th down.
Too bad he didn't get the pass off. They had a receiver wide open down here.
Opening series of the game as Southview's middle school is on offense. And again, defensively, we've got General Johnny Wilson. So they'll line up with their conventional offense here with the double wing. And they'll just do a dive up the gut. And we don't have that number on in our roster, but somebody for Southview goes ahead out to the 36-yard line, and one would think it would be General Johnny Wilson's football if this is indeed game conditions. Al Ivy, recognized one of our referees out there today. He does a lot at all different kinds of levels.
Yeah. Yeah, Al's been officiating for a long time. I coached Whittier way back in the day, and Al was a lot of times our official. We used to like him to officiate because he did a lot more coaching than he did officiating.
Let's see how they mark this. And it looks like they are giving the ball to General Johnny Wilson. Tom.
Yeah, here's a typical Lorain varsity kind of formation. Spread.
And the snap goes to the quarterback, and running over the left side is going to be J.L. Diaz. Diaz with a good run. Diaz, quarterback, and on offense, linebacker on defense. We have a penalty, though, against General Johnny Wilson. This one will come back. For Diaz, his favorite athlete is Josh Allen. His favorite team is the Bills.
Jadiel made the tackle. His favorite is DeAndre Hopkins, and he wants to play D1 football someday.
So this penalty will negate that long run by Diaz. So they'll mark this one back closer to midfield.
Looks like a holding.
First down and about 20. So a 4 and out for the Southview team, and now it is General Johnny Wilson with their first offensive series of this middle school game. 7th and 8th graders are combined, so they get to play here on the varsity field today. General Johnny Wilson's record is 0-2. We don't have the record for Southview.
They're 0 this season also.
Diaz going to his right. Diaz down the field. Diaz to the 30, 25-20. Diaz is going to break it. He'll go in for a 46-yard touchdown. So Diaz with the 46-yard touchdown here in the first quarter. Again, the scoreboard not on, so can't give you the exact times, but Diaz with that run, and Tom, he looks to be a very good runner.
He looks like a man amongst boys out there. You know, size really doesn't matter at this level. It's athletic ability, but you get some kids at this age, they have them both.
See if they go for 2 here, which they usually do at this level. Diaz will take it and roll to his left. And he breaks one tackle, goes forward, still trying to get into the end zone for the 2, but I think he is stopped just shy. Nice job by that Southview Middle School defense denying him.
I think that may be the only way they can take him down is they gang up, which is, you know, what they're going to have to do with a big boy.
So General Johnny Wilson here leading 6-0.
Well, now see, they'll start again at the 35-yard line. No kickoffs in junior high. And the numbers are down a little bit. Thinking about this is a combined 7th and 8th grade. I remember back in the day, we would a lot of times have 20 on 7th grade and 25 or so on 8th grade. So you're looking out there, you're having 20 on both combined.
I don't know if there's 20 out there for either team right now, but again, it's General Johnny Wilson and Southview. The middle school is playing here at George Daniel Field in Lorain, and General Johnny Wilson with a 6-0 lead here in the first quarter. Each team with one possession. Southview did not get a first down, and General Johnny Wilson with a 46-yard touchdown run for Diaz.
I watched the center for Southview in warm-ups, and he was doing some direct snaps, so they might, you know, go a little more shotgun as the game progresses.
First and 10 from their own 35. And they'll line up tight. They'll turn and pitch it to Ezra Williams. Williams across the 40, Williams to the 45, Williams to midfield, where he'll be brought down there. Nice job by Ezra Williams, brought down by Jemias Gaines. Ezra Williams gets about a 15-yard run. His favorite athlete is Kareem Hunt, and he would like to go to college. That's his plan after he graduates from high school.
It looks like both teams have big boys at the running backs. Now, this is unlike youth football, where youth football you can't be the biggest on the team and still run the ball.
First and 10 from the General Johnny Wilson 48-yard line. And they'll turn and pitch it to the man who came in motion. Nice job eluding is Julian Cabrero Santiago, and he'll go down the sideline.
He's still running.
Yes, he is. And Cabrero Santiago will get down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. It'll be another first down run. They'll mark it at the 24-yard line. And they'll start the clock. First and 10, Southview. Southview Middle School in white, General Johnny Wilson in the blue. Hand off to the fullback, and we do have a fumble, but they fell on it again. That's our man that doesn't have a number, or I should say he has a number. We don't have his
name on that.
So number 33 for Southview falling on it, and credit to him. He's a two-way player and did a good job even though he fumbled, falling on it. They'll gain a yard, 2nd and 9. sometimes at this level, the handoffs, and you think it's easy and automatic, but when you're playing for the first time,
Yeah.
in many instances, it's not. It takes time to figure all that out.
You know, you mentioned how the varsity ran. Years and years ago, there was a coach here, Doug Jones, or Bill Jones, used to run this formation. Oh, there's a direct snap.
Second, yep, 2nd and 9. They will go back, and now they're going to hand it off on the end around, if you will. And being brought down in the backfield, nice job defensively. And coming up with that stop, we don't have his number. And running is Jalen Marshall.
Yeah, I think. I wonder if these teams are switched because of home and away jersey complications. That happens.
I think it's called roster complications, Tom. Coaches can't figure it out. We have a whistle blowing. I believe this is either a timeout or the end of the quarter. And I think we're at the end of the quarter. So let's take a break here. At the end of the first quarter, it is General Johnny Wilson 6, Southview nothing. We'll be back with more middle school football after this timeout. You're watching middle school football on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Start of the second quarter. It'll be 3rd and about 11 for Southview as Club TV 20 is here with this one. And we want to thank the hard workers on the camera crew, Hannah Wright and Ramon Ramos. Appreciate their efforts, along with Joe Bach, Terry Trout. Ron Polinsky, Tom Bauer here with you. Start of the second quarter. And there's a snap over the head of the quarterback. Emery Wilson will roll to his right, and Wilson will be brought down. It'll be 4th down. So not much chance for Wilson once that was hiked over his head. He just had to make the best of it. It'll be 4th and long. This drive, they got down to the 24-yard line, but it's bogged down since, and now it's going to be 4th and long.
You know, that direct long snap, I think it may be one of the hardest things for this age group until you get a good one. You know, over your head is devastating. Roll it back. I see they're going back to the tee.
So again, they line up tight, as Tom told you, with the double wings. On 4th and long. And no roll right. Wilson will step up. He'll throw a screen and try to get it set up, but it's going to be incomplete as he overthrew his intended receiver, and it was J-Lo Diaz out there in coverage, so it'll be the General Johnny Wilson team taking over 1st and 10.
I think with Johnny Wilson's runner, they may be able to score from anywhere on the field. I didn't see anyone try to tackle him that first time he scored.
They got 15 guys in this
And it'll be 1st and 10. First and 10 from their own 26. Again, middle school football is with the ball will be the Southview team. And at quarterback, we don't have a 29. That was a young man we didn't know before. We still don't have his number, Tom. You can look at the roster.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be there unless yours is different than mine.
No, we're the same.
So we've got a timeout on the field. While they take that timeout, let you know that there is a carry-out spaghetti dinner fundraiser. It's Wednesday, October 13th at Lorain High School cafeteria. It's going to be from 3 to 6. Contact 440-654-8853 for tickets. They're just $10. Our Kids Matter. This is for Lorain schools. Issue 27. Early voting begins October 5th. Voting day is going to be November 2nd, so get there and support that if you can. I know they would appreciate it. Again, that phone number is 440-654-8853, and if you don't have $10, Tom Bauer said he'll pay for it.
Yeah. He'll be in the mail, believe me.
First and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
Here comes a jet sweep.
And as Tom just told you, it is a jet sweep as they get it to Damon Carter. He's a wingback. His favorite running back is Nick Chubb, and he likes the Browns. His favorite food is chicken, and that young man with a run of a couple of yards. So appreciate the coaches letting us know about these young men. We can pass that along to you while we get a minute.
Here's another one. He was tackled by 54, but we don't have his number on the roster. Yeah, there's a couple we're missing.
2nd and 7 from their own 30. Lined up to the far side is Christian Melendez as a wide receiver. And they're going to hand it off up the middle. And will be brought down at the 31-yard line. Wow. Not much room to run. And defensively, Jadel Kubro Santiago with the stop. He is a 8th grader for the Southview Middle School.
He's another one wants to play football in college. And he is one of the tallest ones out there, so he'll put a lot of size onto that height. He'll be a nice varsity player.
3rd down and maybe 4 or 5 yards. So look across to the chains. Again, the clock not working today. We are in the second quarter. Diaz, the quarterback who ran for a touchdown earlier, gets around the corner, and he's going to get a first down as he'll be brought down across the 45 out to the 48-yard line. Jomar Cortez is there. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong shit. It's Dominic Rodriguez who's there defensively. His favorite football player is Dick Bosa, and he would like to be in the military. So Dominic Rodriguez on the stop for the middle school for Southview.
It was a nice tackle, being his favorite player as a defensive end.
There you go. 1st and 10 from their own 48. General Johnnie Wilson in the second quarter, leading it by a score of 6-0. From their own 48. Diaz will throw it out in the flat. It is complete. And across midfield, all the way down, dragging tacklers down to about the 44-yard line. And again, we apologize. Don't have that gentleman's number, but it'll be 2nd and about 2 as they get to the 44 of Southview. And for Southview, looking over there defensively for the Signals, I see Isaac Bracco Rivera, a middle schooler. He's in the 8th grade as he looks over to get the instructions, asking what defense do they want him to be in. And we get a whistle. Yeah. Officials
talking to the coaches.
Yeah, blowing the whistles here. Now they put it in play. The Southview team with more young men on the roster than General Johnnie Wilson. See, there's about 5 or 6 kids on the General Johnnie Wilson bench. That hike goes over the head of Diaz, but he goes back to get it. Diaz now will try to do the best he can, get inside the 45, down to the 43-yard line, where he'll be brought down very close to a first down. And one of the young men from Southview was hurt making that stop, and that's Emery Wilson, who also is the quarterback on offense. So we'll have to see what happens here as Emery Wilson is slow to get up. They're going to have to take a look at that young man.
Yeah, there's a size difference between he and Diaz, the running back. And Diaz was coming with a full head of steam. But I counted, Southview has 24 dressed today, and General Johnnie has 18. But I talked to the coach the other day, and his emphasis is on grades. And if there's anyone that's not passing all their classes, he sits them for a while. So that's maybe why you only see 18 on the General Johnnie's team.
You know, Emery Wilson kind of limping off the field, so hopefully he'll be all right. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line of Southview. General Johnnie Wilson out front 6-0 with the football. Middle school football here on Club TV 20. Ron Polinsky, Tom Bauer, along with instructors Terry Trout and Joe Bach, and the camera crew, students at Lorain High School, Hannah Wright and Ramon Ramos. We appreciate everyone's efforts here today to bring you middle school football from General Johnnie Wilson, or from George Daniel Field. In blue on offense is the middle school for General Johnnie Wilson. The team in white on defense, that is the Southview Middle School. And we whistle, and Al Ivy says timeout. Why don't we take a timeout as well? We are here in the second quarter, 6-0. Not sure how much time's left in the second quarter, but let's step aside here for a moment. Again, it is General Johnnie Wilson 6, Southview 0. You're watching middle school football on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Continuing in the second quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 for General Johnnie Wilson. They lead 6-0 alongside Tom Bauer. I'm Rob Polinsky. And Diaz is going to turn and end around here to the 40-yard line, down to the 38-yard line. On the run is a Damian Carter. And he is run down by a young man that we don't have his name on the roster. So Damian Carter on that run that time. Young man is a wingback, Browns fan and a Nick Chubb fan. You can tell the difference. I would guess about 5 years ago there wouldn't be many middle schoolers that would tell you their favorite player was a Browns player, or their favorite team was the Browns. Times have changed a little bit. Number one, the Browns, their donation here for this new field, and then obviously a little bit of success on the field doesn't hurt either. So anyway, it's 2nd and about 7 from the 38. And a whistle and what?
Timeout, General Johnnie.
All right, we just took a timeout, so let's keep it here this time as we are in the second quarter. General Johnnie Wilson with a 6-0 lead.
You wonder how the head coaches are looking at this game. One is running their exact same offense and defense, and one has changed up a little bit. I don't know how everyone feels about the 7th and 8th graders happen to be exactly a mirror image of the varsity. I'd say as long as you teach them how to tackle, how to block.
Teach them something and have them come out as 9th graders, I would think,
Yeah.
is more important than
Yeah.
wins, losses, or whatever. But I know, like you say, I think the coaches that have been the head coach for a long time in their system,
Yeah.
they probably want it run a certain way all the way through. Of course, Coach Creel in his first year, I'm sure with everything he had going on, maybe the last thing he would
Yeah.
even think about is what they're doing at the middle school level. But you're right, Tom.
Yeah.
A lot of different ways to look at it. 2nd and 7 out of the shotgun formation. Diaz is going to go to his left. He gets a nice a nice lead block, and he's going to break tackles, go downfield, and he'll score. It'll be a 42-yard touchdown run for Diaz, his second, and he's just bigger, stronger, faster than most of the kids on defense.
Yeah. He may not be the biggest out there, but he's probably the most athletic. And when he picks up a head of steam, people get out of his way. Well, here's their second attempt for an extra point. I always thought that junior high should try to develop a kicker to help get one into the high school area. Like I said, very seldom do you ever see middle school kick.
Some high schools, you never see anyone kick unless you go to a soccer game. 12-0, their goal for 2. Diaz takes it. He'll roll to his right, throws for the 2-point conversion, and it's dropped in the end zone.
Too bad. Would have been wide open. Yeah.
Yep. Tried to get it to Damian Carter, and it is no good, and it's a 12-0 lead for General Johnnie Wilson here. We can assume it's in the late stages of the second quarter. So it'll be Southview that'll go on offense here at the 35-yard line.
Now, I assume they're using 8th grade rule, 8-minute running or 8-minute clock.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, couldn't tell you either.
Again, we want to remind you while we've got a second that the carry out for the Spaghetti Dinner fundraiser. It's Wednesday, October 13th. It'll be at Lorain High School in the cafeteria. They're going to serve from 3 to 6. If you want to go, that's carry out only. It's 440-654-8853. 654-8853. Tickets are $10, and the proceeds will go to support Lorain Schools Issue 37. Early voting is October 5th. Voting day November 2nd. Our Kids Matter. Go support the Spaghetti fundraiser. 1st and 10 from their own 35 as Southview Middle School back on offense. And good to see the quarterback back in there was hurt defensively. That's Emery Wilson. He's going to turn and pitch it to Ezra Williams. Williams over the right side gets 5 yards, maybe 6. He'll mark it 5 yards, 2nd and 5 from the 40. Second and 5 from the 40. Turning the handoff here to the near side with the football. Trying to come down to the other side is Kubro Santiago, and he'll be brought down after about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and about 3. And defensively, they're a nice job by several different middle schoolers from General Johnnie Wilson, and one of those young men is Maldonado. Walmailer Maldonado. He's a 7th grader. His favorite athlete is Randy Moss, although I don't know if he's old enough to know he was. Mom or Dad must have told him about him. It says his favorite team is the Browns. His favorite food, he does not, I don't think that you or I share this in common with him. His favorite food is soup. 3rd and 3 from the zone 42. And rolling to the right is Wilson. he'll get rid of it, and he throws it away. He was being pressured.
Oh, yeah.
Had to get rid of it.
Now here's a case 4th down. A punting situation, but I don't think they're going to punt.
Well, they didn't punt on 4th and, what was it, 15.
Your own 20-yard line.
So they have it at their own 42. Defensively coming on the field is Matthias Davis. His favorite receiver is Odell Beckham. Favorite team is the Browns, and his favorite food, pastelillos.
There's someone on there who even likes the Oregon Ducks.
Fourth and 3.
Looks like they're crowding the box.
Going to turn, pitch it, and trying to run for a first down, and he's going to make it across the 45-yard line. Swung out of bounds close to midfield, and that's Jalen Marshall.
And a penalty flag. It may be a face mask over there.
Jalen Marshall, a 7th grader, gets the first down. And Al Ivey agrees with you, Tom, says it's a penalty flag, face mask, 5-yard variety. It'll be 1st and 10 for General Johnny Wilson. I'm sorry, for Southview.
Yeah.
Now, again, with the clock not running, or I shouldn't say not running, it's not being
visible.
shown.
Yeah.
So we don't know the time on the clock, but we do know it's got to be late stages of the second quarter, and I say that because how fast the first quarter went. And this offense is not a quick strike offense, Tom. They're going to, I would think, have to hustle here if they want to try to get downfield and give themselves a chance to score before halftime. 1st and 10 from the 48. Down 12-0. Southview on offense. There's a confusion in the backfield, and Wilson will be brought down. And that is Jamias Gaines.
Yeah, there was a little, a bad situation with Santiago and Wilson.
Gaines' favorite player is Miles Garrett. He looked a little bit like Miles Garrett there. We have a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. So we have a timeout here as Southview trying to maintain a little bit of time here, try to get some more plays until halftime. As they trail 12-0. The middle schoolers here.
Yeah, I think that the offense that Southview is trying to run is a much more complicated offense at this. Timing is everything here rather than just, quarterback sweeps and jet sweeps. So and credit to them if they can get some handoffs off, but it's going to be a long situation for them. Yeah, I think they're calling timeout because they know that time is crucial here.
And Southview will come back out onto the field. They're on offense. Southview in the white uniforms, General Johnny Wilson. Defensively in the blue, General Johnny Wilson, coached by Brian Pagan and Scott Sherwood. And Nathan Newman is the head coach of the Southview team.
And I think I have his name, Doug Hoover is the coach, is assistant for Southview. It's a nice little pass and complete.
Yep, they throw it to midfield and get that pass completed to Jalen Marshall. I think that might be their first pass completion today. Whistle, and is it halftime or was that a timeout?
I think that's a halftime error. I see everyone taking their helmet off.
All right, so we're going to say it's halftime. Our halftime score. It is General Johnny Wilson 12, Southview nothing. We'll be back with more middle school football. You're watching WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Start of the second half, as it's 12-0. General Johnny Wilson had a 6-0 lead after one. They added a touchdown in the second quarter to go up 12-0. Two touchdowns were touchdown runs, long runs by J.L. Diaz, the quarterback. He had a 46-yard run for a touchdown in the first quarter, and then he added a 42-yard run for a touchdown in the second quarter for General Johnny Wilson, who's in blue, to have the 12-0 lead. They'll start the third quarter with the football, and it is J.L. Diaz, who we just mentioned, at quarterback out of the shotgun. He'll take it and roll to his left. Breaks the tackle, goes down the sidelines, has a first down and more. And he's knocked out of bounds there by Jado Cubero Santiago.
Yeah, when he turns on the Jets, there are not too many people like to hit him head on.
Nope. 17-yard run, first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 47 of Southview. Bringing into play Matthias Davis. Matthias Davis is an 8th grader. Again, middle school football. They've combined the 7th and 8th grade teams for General Johnny Wilson and Southview, as they play here at George Daniel Field. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near. For Scott Sherwood and Brian Pagan's team. Diaz will take it, rolls left. Looked like he wanted to throw it first.
Yes.
Now he'll run, and he'll go down the sidelines, and he'll get a first down. See, he's knocked out of bounds at the 37.
I think that by Dominic Rodriguez again. He's made a few tackles. Yeah, it looked like he was trying to throw to one of the wide receivers. I'd like to see him get a pass out there, see what kind of arm he has.
1st and 10 from the 37. So they'll start the clock with the opening drive of the third quarter. General Johnny Wilson out in front by a score of 12-0.
I think people can see sitting out in the field is Coach Creel, kind of looking over what kind of prospects he has coming up.
Okay, I haven't met him yet, so I didn't know who that was. Thanks for pointing that out. Talked to Coach Creel on the phone several times, but I have not met him. 1st and 10 from the 37. Diaz will take it, will roll to his right. Throws, and it will be caught and dropped. It'll be 2nd and 10. They try to get it out there.
Now, that wasn't a bad pass.
David Carter.
Yeah, not a bad pass at all. You can get it to his wide receivers.
Second and 10, handoff to up the middle and trying to get to the outside. And ahead to the 30-yard line, still dragging tacklers and getting a first down. Nice run out there, and that's another young man. We don't have his name, but good run there by number 29 for the General Johnny Wilson team. Tom did find out for us at halftime that Isaiah Cordova is one of the young men that was playing real well for Southview. So it's Isaiah Cordova, and when he gets the football, we'll make sure that we can identify him this half. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Lining up over the ball at center for General Johnny Wilson is Walmailer Maldonado. And the shotgun snap, well done to Diaz. He'll run to the far side, turns it up at the 20, gets to the 15, and he's tripped up there, and it would have been a touchdown, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle out there by Jalen Marshall.
And he does it all as a 7th grader. He may be a fine athlete coming up. I think Coach Creel's going to be waiting for him. He's made plays on both offense and defense.
Bringing into play here for General Johnny Wilson is 7th grader Sebastian Brewer. Sebastian's favorite food, a T-bone steak. Now there's somebody that knows how to eat. We had somebody earlier that said it was soup. I'll go with the T-bone steak guy. I'll trust his judgment. 1st and 10. And a handoff up the gut to the 10-yard line to the 5, and getting into the end zone. No, stopped just inside the 1. Very close to a touchdown was Jamias Gaines.
Yeah.
But he is stopped just shy of the goal line.
He got his position as a running back or O-line. It looks like he can play any position on the field.
Again, Matthias Davis will bring into play here. 1st and goal, just beyond the goal line. They are well inside the 1-yard line. First and goal to 1, and it'll be Diaz running over the left side, and he'll get his 3rd touchdown of the day. This is shortest one by far. This is a 1-yard run, and it's 18-0 General Johnny Wilson out in front. As Diaz has touchdown runs in each quarter, and we'll see if they go for 2 again. Diaz with 2 receivers to the near side. And he's going to turn and hand off straight up the gut, and they are not going to get the 2-point conversion as they are stopped shy. It looked like from here that Ramel Martin was one of the young men out there. And again, they get denied. So General Johnny Wilson has scored 3 times, but they have not converted a 2-point conversion yet, so they lead it by a score of 18-0.
You see their sophisticated on offense. That was a fake to the jet sweep, and then a handoff after that. That takes a little bit of timing. So,
General Johnny Wilson, much better so far than Southview. Guys, Longfellow have a middle school team?
They do, yes.
Okay.
They'll play here probably next week sometime.
Okay.
I haven't seen them play yet. I don't know. I know after this play I mentioned what they did this summer.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Southview, their first snap of the second half. Emery Wilson was the quarterback in the first half, and we have a new quarterback in there now, and it's Jalen Marshall, and he'll turn and pitch it and get the 2-yard run is Ezra Williams, as Williams is brought down there by Matthias Davis, and he had some help from his friends.
This summer they said the 3 middle schools, Longfellow, Southview, and Johnny Wilson, got together for a little skills camp. So, I mean, they are, in a friendly situation. They're all the Lorain Titans. Remember the old nickname kind of things, the Southview Saints or the Whittier Warriors. Now it's all Lorain Titans.
So it's 2nd and 7. That's why I always have to ask when we're doing the middle school, who's who? 2nd and 7 from their own 38. As once they get to be 9th graders, all 3 middle schools funnel into Lorain.
Yes.
And it'll be 2nd and 7. They'll fake it, and Jalen Marshall here running to his right. Breaks the tackle at the 40. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. And it was Wallmailer Maldonado bringing him down. And Jalen Marshall, his plans after graduation is to be in the NFL. 3rd and 3 from their own 42. Third quarter. General Johnny Wilson out in front of Southview by a score of 18-0. Turning the pitch and getting out to the 46-yard line
Close to the first down.
is Jado Cabrero Santiago. And he'll have the first down as he crosses the 45 to the 46. So General Johnnie, or I should say Southview, gets a rare first down. They haven't had many today, but see if they get the offense going here in the second half and get on the scoreboard. Under center is Jalen Marshall. He fumbles. He'll pick it up. Now he's going to run forward. And guess what? He has a good run to the 40-yard line, down to the 30. Diaz will bring him down there. So Marshall fumbled it, picked it up, and then was able to get past the defense.
That's the longest play they ran all day today.
Yes. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the General Johnnie Wilson 31.
I think the stick guys are a little confused.
And we have a whistle and
Quarter?
no, a timeout for General Johnnie Wilson as we are in the third quarter. And Coach Sherwood and Coach Pagan wants to talk to him. And while we've got a minute, we had a tough news, both personally and professionally. Right before we came on, our good friend and former colleague Matt Lodi lost his battle after 2.5 years to cancer. Our condolences to Matt's wife, Shayna, and his family. Matt was a friend, and he worked with us at WEOL, and he was well known in the Cleveland media. Matt did a hell of a lot of different things in his 25-year-plus career. He taught at the Ohio School of Broadcast. He worked at different radio stations in the Cleveland market. He worked with us in sports, and more than that, he was just a good friend. And Matt had stomach cancer, diagnosed May 1st of 2019, and had battled the stomach cancer for a couple of years. And then he had some heart complications, COVID, and some other things, and Matt lost his battle today after 2.5 years. Our thoughts and prayers with Matt's widow, Shayna Lodi, and with the entire Lodi family. 1st and 10 for Southview. They have it at the 30. And rolling right and throwing, and that's going to be incomplete as they bring Emery Wilson back into quarterback, as Jalen Marshall was at quarterback. And now they go back to Emery Wilson, who played in the first halftime.
I see number 80, Mr. Negron was open a little bit further down, but I don't know if he has that kind of an arm to get it 40 yards. That's a long throw for an 8th grader.
2nd and 10. As we are in the late stages of the third quarter. Ivy looking at his watch. There can't be much more time in the third, I wouldn't think. And they'll turn and pitch it over here to the near side, and brought down a couple of tackles. Nice job on the ball carrier, Ezra Williams. It was Matthias Davis, who was not nearly as big as Ezra, bringing him down, but he also had some help from some teammates in trying to help him bring him down. So that is going to do it for the third quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Our score after 3, it's General Johnnie Wilson 18, Southview nothing. We're back with the fourth quarter after this. You're watching middle school football on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. Start of the fourth quarter. Southview with the football, trailing 18-0 on 3rd and long. They'll pitch it to Ezra Williams. Williams here breaks the tackle, still on his feet, diving forward. He'll be a couple yards shy of the first down. But now, Tom, they have a makeable fourth down.
I see that Jalen Marshall's back at quarterback, so give him a lot of experience for the 7th grader. He may be the smallest on the team, but his favorite player is Ray Lewis.
Again, 4th down. And Club TV 20 here, Hannah Wright and Ramon Ramos are helping out the students from Lorain schools that are here helping out with Club TV 20 with instructors Joe Bach and Terry Trout. We appreciate all of their efforts. Rob Polinsky along with Tom Bauer. It's going to be 4th and about 3 for the Southview Middle School. Movement, penalty flags.
And I think Johnny Wilson jumped offside on the motion.
And we'll see.
Yeah.
Al Ivy tells Tom Bauer that he's right, and that will give him a first down. They'll move it 5 yards down to the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. In on 1st and 10, the pitch to Ezra Williams. They've run this play several times. He'll get 5 yards down to the 15-yard line. And again, out there bringing him down is going to be Matthias Davis.
Ever since we got Cordova's number, they haven't ran him since.
You jinxed him, Tom.
I guess.
When we didn't know who he was, he was having a heck of a game. That is Isaiah Cordova who lines up behind the quarterback, Jalen Marshall. And they're going to roll right. Marshall keeps it, and he is going to be snowed under and brought down. He'll lose a couple of yards. And again, that is the young man who's been playing really well defensively for General Johnny Wilson, the number 29 for them. Unfortunately, we don't have his name, but that young man has had a heck of a game. I'm sure in the future we'll have his name because he has a pretty bright future. He's been all over the field for General Johnny Wilson on both sides of the ball. So it'll be 3rd and about 7. And we're going to get a timeout. So while they do that, I want to remind you that Lorain City Schools Television, WLCS TV 20, Spectrum Cable, it's 1025. You can like Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook. And check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. You can follow us on Twitter at LCS_TV 20. And look at the YouTube station, and that is Lorain Schools TV 20. Keep that in the handy-dandy wallet there, Tom. Every time Joe calls on me, I can talk WLCS TV 20. You'd think I know it by heart by now, but I still pulled out of the wallet for some help. 4th quarter, following the timeout, it'll be General Johnny Wilson. They've got it at the 17-yard line. Should say it's Southview who's got it on the 17-yard line. General Johnny Wilson out on defense. And going back to pass, and he ran into his offensive back. It's a fumble and picked up. And it'll go the other way at the 40, down to the 30, down to the 20, and being brought down from behind at the 15-yard line. And again, number 29, who's had a heck of a game, but give credit to the young man who ran back there and stopped it from being a touchdown, and that's Luis Ramirez. Luis Ramirez, whose favorite football player is Tom Brady, would like to be in the NFL. He hustled and could have easily given up a 60-yard touchdown run, but he ran all the way downfield, and Luis Ramirez, for now, keeps General Johnny Wilson out of the end zone as he was able to run that young man down and tackle him after about a 50-yard return, and they're going to mark it inside the 20. General Johnny Wilson will take it on offense, leading 18-0. They've scored one touchdown in each quarter through the three quarters. We're now in the fourth quarter, and that was the best drive and deepest penetration by far for Southview, but the timing, and they had to turn over their Tom, and unable to convert.
I would like to see them keep that ball all the way to the end zone to make them a little bit of a positive way to end the game. But things like that don't happen when you have mix-ups in the backfield.
1st and 10 at the 13. And we have a timeout on the field. And while we have that timeout, we're going to let you know about the Carryout Spaghetti Dinner fundraiser. It is Wednesday, October 13th. That's of this year. It's at the Lorain High School cafeteria. They're going to serve from 3 to 6. Contact 440-654-8853 if you want tickets. It's only $10. Again, 440-654-8853. And the proceeds will go for Lorain Schools Issue 37. Our Kids Matter. Early voting will start on October 5th. Voting day is November 2nd.
Maybe Joe Bach knows if you can get tickets at the door.
No tickets at the door.
There's probably a reason they had us read what is exactly written here, Tom.
Yeah, no tickets at the door. Just call for the tickets, I guess, huh?
That's probably why it says it there, Tom.
Yeah.
Good thing you came to rehearsal. 1st and 10 at the 13. They'll give you a ticket at the door, Tom, because you're a big shot in Lorain. But for the rest of us, we've got to call 440-654-8853. 1st and 10, General Johnny Wilson, fourth quarter, leading 18-0. Diaz will roll right. He's going to throw it into the end zone as a man, but he wasn't looking for the ball as he tried to throw it to Christian Melendez. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was Christian's big chance for, him to be the standout player, and just way over his head.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage is the Southview 13. Diaz, the quarterback, he's had 3 touchdown runs, 1 in each quarter, and he lines up in the shotgun. Single running back behind him. He'll get the handoff over the left side down to about the 30. And I think that was Jemias Gaines. Good job by the
Interior
Southview
part,
defense, yeah.
Interior part of the line held up that time.
So it'll be 3rd and 9, maybe 3rd and 10. Following the long return of the fumble, they haven't been able to get any yardage on 2 plays. We'll see what General Johnny Wilson does here on 3rd down. Again, the center is Walmailer Maldonado, and he's been snapping it in the shotgun to Diaz and doing a good job of it all game. And now it'll be Gaines going on the other side of Diaz, and he'll take it. He's going to run to the right. Gaines, the lead blocker, gets a block, and Diaz will get into the end zone for a touchdown, and he got there because Jemias Gaines had a really good lead block to get Diaz into the end zone. So General Johnny Wilson, a touchdown in each quarter, and Diaz with a 13-yard run makes it 24-0. And we'll see if they can get their first 2-point conversion of the day. They are 0 for 3 on their previous 3 attempts.
You mentioned the blocking from Gaines, but there's also was a nice block from the wide receiver who went down there and took out the safety.
Diaz out of the shotgun with Gaines next to him. And he's going to throw, and it is going to be incomplete as he tried to get that pass to Matthias Davis. So the two-point conversion is no good. And General Johnny Wilson leads by a score of 24-0 here in the fourth quarter for General Johnny Wilson. They're going to get their first win of the year. They came in with a record of 0-2.
I think they, Coach mentioned they lost to Bedford and had a couple games canceled because of COVID.
And we'll see the Southview Middle School offense coming back. They'll take it on their own 35. Last drive, they got inside the 20-yard line before a fumble. And we'll see if they can get on the board before the end of this one. Emery Wilson is back at quarterback. He played in the first half at quarterback. He and Jalen Marshall have shared the quarterback duties in the second half. Coming out here defensively, for General Johnny Wilson, number 30, and we don't have that.
I see Jonathan Wheeler is running off the field. I didn't see it come in as replacement.
I would have told you, but we didn't have that number either. That's why I didn't say it. Ezra Williams gets it. Ezra Williams is going to get knocked out of bounds by Diaz, and Ezra Williams will get a first down run across the 45, and he'll be close to midfield, and he got knocked out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock. First and 10 at their own 48. Decent-sized crowd here for this middle school matchup. Thrill for these kids to play here at George Daniel Field. General Johnny Wilson in blue, Southview in white. And they'll turn and hand it off up the gut. Getting inside the 45-yard line, down to the 40, a first down and more to the 39.
There's Cordova.
Yep, Isaiah
ball.
Cordova, that's right. Isaiah Cordova, whose favorite athlete is Tom Brady, and he would like to be a pro boxer.
Yeah.
You don't hear that every day.
Not very often.
No. First and 10 at the 38. Cordova will come off the field here as they'll run the first down play. Running in late is Julian Baez. And back to throw is Wilson. He's going to throw it out in the flat. It is caught down the sidelines, getting the first down to about the 20-yard line, and that's going to be Xavier Negron. Negron, whose favorite player is Baker Mayfield, and his goal after graduation is to get a good job. Well, he did a good job on that play as Xavier Negron gets it all the way down to about the 20. You're going to mark it at the 22. So it's a couple times now Southview's had a couple good drives. They, up to this point, have not been able to finish.
Well, we'll see what they can do once they get into the red zone here again.
Camarion Aaron comes in defensively for General Johnny Wilson. And he'll replace Anias Appoint. First and 10. They'll pitch it. Jalen Marshall, 20-yard line. Marshall to the 15. Marshall dances out of bounds. And he'll be close to another Southview first down. And he'll get the first down as they mark him out at the 11.
Well, he's diversified. He can quarterback, he can running back. He's going to stay there at running back, I think. Be nice to know how much time they have on the clock. See if they can push one in.
1st and 10 from the 11. Straight up the middle and getting down to the 5-yard line, still on his feet, going forward. Dragging tacklers down to about the 3 is going to be Isaiah Cordova. And we get a whistle, and is that a timeout or is that the game?
I think that's the game. I think Al said we played enough.
All right, so that is the game. I thought maybe it was a timeout, but again, we didn't have the clock today, so bear with us. But our middle school, it was 24-0. General Johnny Wilson is the teams, and now will gather at midfield to shake hands. 4 touchdowns by the quarterback, J.L. Diaz. And his favorite athlete is Josh Allen. Favorite team is the Bills. Favorite food is hibachi shrimp. And after a 4-touchdown game, I think Diaz is entitled to some hibachi shrimp. In the first quarter, he had a 46-yard touchdown run, made it 6-0. In the second quarter, a 42-yard touchdown run, made it 12-0. That was our score at half. Third quarter, Diaz with his 3rd touchdown of the day, a 1-yard run, made it 18-0, and he capped the scoring with a 13-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter to make it a final of 24-0. Tom, Southview had a couple of good drives, but ultimately they couldn't put any points on the board.
The problem is they had those nice drives in the fourth quarter. Had they done something like that in the first quarter, it might have been a completely different game.
So with the win for General Johnny Wilson, they go to 1-2. We want to thank Club TV 20 for bringing you the coverage. Our students here doing the camera works, Hannah Wright and Ramon Ramos, under the tutelage of their instructors, Joe Bach and Terry Trout. Tom Bauer, good to be here with you today. Enjoyed working with you.
Same here, Rob.
And that's going to do it for middle school football. Again, one more time, our final score today. It was General Johnny Wilson 24, Southview nothing. You've been watching middle school football on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.